Our environment can really discourage us when it comes to creating, especially online. And we're also going to do some fall baking today. So come along with me as we get some recipes in and talk about discouragement in creating. All right, hey guys, how you doing? I am back. My name is Alexa Colby, and I have been YouTubing since the beginning of 2023, but I took a little break hiatus because I didn't really know what I wanted to do on this platform, but I am back. So if you have seen my previous video, or if you love homemaking, from scratch recipes, and honestly, just being honest with our everyday, please subscribe. I'd love to have you here. Let's go ahead and get into today. So, I am doing some fall baking. I'm just going to bring you on my everyday fall day, kind of just what we have for dinner per se, and then do a little bit of fall baking. Right now, I am getting some short ribs ready. So, we're not really having ribs. I'm going to throw them in the instant pot. My family is not a huge fan of ribs unless they're smoked. We don't have a smoker, so I'm just trying to use up this extra meat before we go and buy our half cow. So, I'll show you what I do with the ribs here in a little bit, but right now I'm also going to be making some risotto. So, I am chopping up some onions. I chopped up about a fourth of an onion, large onion, I should say. And then I'm going to get into chopping the mushrooms. I want to start sharing recipes again on my blog. I just need to figure out how I'm going to balance it all because it is a lot when you are a one woman show between YouTubing, podcasting, creating on my blog, but we're figuring out. So I'm hoping to get my risotto recipe up and going here soon because risotto is one of our favorite side dishes. But, anyways, you're going to see me laughing here. You're going to see a lot through my YouTube videos. I'm usually on the phone. This is a lot of times when I'm cooking, I'm talking to friends or family. People will call me or I will call them. And yeah, so if you hear me just see me just talking, most of the time I am on the phone. But anyways, I had some tallow that I rendered a while back and I put it in a very hot cast iron and now I'm going to sear these ribs. Now, short ribs, you don't really have a lot of meat on them, but this is enough for our family. Right now we're feeding two adults and one child tonight, so this will be plenty enough for us three. But you're going to see in this video, I know it's coming up here soon, that the lighting in this video is not very good. My house does not, the windows do not face east and west, they face north and south. So the sunlight, it comes in, but it doesn't come in like all the YouTubers want to have. Because everybody wants pretty lighting in their home. It makes very nice videos. The fluorescent lights that we have in our kitchen are just, they are not what we all want. It's just, I don't know, it's just not natural light. But anyways, why I'm telling you this is because for a long time this discouraged me from creating. Oh, and real quick, I made some bone broth in the instant pot. Um Usually I will do it in a crock pot for a slow brew of the broth, but I need a bone broth quick tonight between our risotto and our little short rib roast that we're going to be making tonight. So I just made some real quick. It takes about 4 hours in the instant pot and it is ready to go. But, anyways, back to the lighting. So, I'm going to be honest, for a while I stopped YouTube simply because one of the biggest things was I didn't like the lighting in my house. And I know that sounds so dumb, right? But when you listen to all of the big YouTube creators, they're like, it's your mic and then it's your content, it's what attracts the eye, and it's your lighting, it's all these different things. And I just could never get the right lighting. Wanted to make YouTube something that was very easy for me to do in my home with my young child and dogs running around and my husband coming in and out depending on his work schedule. And it just seemed too much for me because I'm like, okay, well, the lighting just kind of took over. And so I stopped creating for a while. I even got comments on my videos saying, "Oh, this video has really good lighting," or I knew people had noticed. There was nothing really mean said to me, but I knew people had noticed the lighting. And so it really held me back from wanting to create because of the lighting in my home. Okay, real quick. So this is our living journal. I have to interrupt real quick. So these are my pumpkin scones. You're going to see on there it says Church Street Homestead. That used to be my old website and account, but I've changed it all to my name. But these are my pumpkin scones that I put in the issue of this magazine, I believe back in 2021. So either 21, yeah, 2021. It had to be. It was before Amelia was born. So, anyways, I will link that below for you guys to go and purchase that magazine. And I will also, like I said, I need to create blog posts so I can put these recipes on there. Yeah, they should be up soon and I'll be able to link them in the video below. But, anyways, people had mentioned before to, oh, just go on the opposite side of the counter facing the window and then you'll have really good lighting, which that's how I do some of my Instagram videos now. It is very nice lighting. I do enjoy it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Making videos, I want to be in my natural habitat. I want to be doing things that I typically would be doing. And yeah, going on the other side of the counter isn't a huge deal, but it kind of is when you're cooking and baking. And if you're cooking from scratch, you know what I'm talking about. You have everything where it's at right in front of you because it's the most convenient for you. And when I'm on the opposite side of the counter, I have to keep going to the other side of the counter, getting the utensils I need instead of just stepping backwards, pulling out the drawer, and going from there, yada, yada. Why am I saying all this? Because I think that we can get really caught up when we're creating in how things look, how things portray, and wanting things to be perfect because let's be honest, there's a lot of people on Instagram and online who make these cinematic videos and if you're somebody who is a beginner, a newbie like me, you're like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I can learn one day, but it's going to take time. And then when you're a mom, it's just, you know, you just add all that. I feel like I'm making excuses, but I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you know. So I want this to be an encouragement to say that, sure, the lighting in your home may not be the best. Sure, you might not have the most aesthetically pleasing home. Sure, you may have these yellow lights that are terrible in this kitchen. And I know I could just go get different lights that are different colors, but it's just not saying that it's not in the budget, it's just not on the top of my list, and I don't wanna change something right now. I don't know, I just don't think about it, and so when it comes to creating, I just wanna create, and I hope that the right people will come and they will watch because they are inspired to by me to do things like homemaking and to understand that you don't have to have the perfect home. You don't have to have the perfect lights or the perfect camera or the perfect setup. Like just be you and create. And you will grow and you will learn from there. And then maybe once you start making an income online or selling some of your things, some of your products or whatnot, you will be able to purchase nicer stuff to be able to create more aesthetically pleasing videos. But at the end of the day, your people will come. Your people will come. The people who love to watch you, to love to learn from you, they will come. And it won't matter the lighting in your home. It won't matter how aesthetically pleasing your house is. It won't matter if it's their type of home or not. They just love you for you and they love what you have to offer. So just be encouraged to keep going and you'll get there. You will get there. As you can see just a minute ago, I was singing with my daughter. We sing ABCs all the time. We sing Jesus Loves Me. We sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. She loves to sing, and I'm so glad I am a singer myself. I can't say that I'm the best, but I have sang in church before, and I've been in choir for many years, and I am just so glad that my daughter loves to sing, and I can't wait to do that with her. Going back and forth between getting the roast ready. So in the roast, I'll put some bone broth with the meat, garlic, some onion, and a little bit of rosemary, salt and pepper, and whatnot. So, and then I will put it on a setting. I think I did it for about 50 minutes because it was fully unthawed in the Instant Pot on the meat section, and it'll be good to go in 50 minutes. Now I'm just adding sourdough to my scones, and my sourdough is really bubbly and ready to go. Nice and thick. It's gonna make a beautiful scone. And I love these scones. I think I'm gonna try to get the recipe up on the blog within the next week. If so, I will let you guys know on the community tab because this recipe is amazing and so good. Um, yeah, I haven't tried to make different scones with it because of the pumpkin, but I think I'm going to play around with it and get the recipe out here soon for all of you. So the pictures might look a little older because I took them pictures back in 2021, but at least it's up and posted and ready for you. So, and everything that I use in my kitchen is going to be linked below in my Amazon shop. I don't have an actual Amazon shop. I think I've said that before, but I do have a little online store on my blog that you can go to, and everything that's pretty much in my kitchen, I have it on that blog page. Now I'm going to store the scones in the fridge for a couple of hours. Just gets the butter really nice and hard because you don't want the butter to be warm at all when you go to bake these scones, or scones in general, I should say. And now we're on to the risotto. I'm pouring about 4 cups of bone broth. And risotto is one of our favorite side dishes, but it's also a labor of love, my friends. It really is. And because you have to constantly keep stirring it until it is ready to go. And yeah, it's delicious. I make it with wine. I cannot say that. Onions, mushrooms, arboreal rice. I think I'm saying that right. Please don't quote me. I'm sorry. I just started using this rice because I got yelled at on TikTok. When I did have a TikTok. I don't have a TikTok, so don't go and look for me. I am not I can't say I'm anti TikTok, but I am not a fan of TikTok. So, not on there. But anyways, I got yelled at for using basmati rice, and I know that's a drier rice, but it's just what I had in my closet or my pantry, I should say. So don't yell at me. It still tasted good. It was a little dry, still tasted good. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just adding all the ingredients and just gonna keep stirring. That's what risotto is. It is stir, 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 but it is so good. But I'm also filming in the evening time frame, and compared to like my first video that I made when I came back to now, it's later in the afternoon. I don't know if you guys know, but our clocks turn back. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of this, but our clocks turn back, so it gets dark real quickly where we're at. And it gets dark about 5:30, 6 o'clock now, which stinks. I never actually paid attention to like how dark it got so early. Like, it never used to bother me until I had kids, because I just want to be outside and I want to be outside with her. And now I know why moms are like, I just want to be outside. They can go outside, they can run around, they can play, they can get all their energy out. We can go hang out with the animals. And now it's just getting so dark. And yeah, so that's also why the lighting gets really hard, because it's dark outside, and so I have to use the lights on the inside. And I know I could use ring lights and all these fancy lights, but like I said before, I've got a 1-year-old running around. I don't want her to trip over it. I don't want it to fall and break, and I don't want her to get hurt either. And not saying she's going to purposely go after it, but you never know. Accidents happen, and I just say, this is my life. This is how I'm recording, and those who like it will stay, those who don't like it will go, and that's okay. And you just can't please everybody, and you can't just don't try to be a perfectionist all the time. It Life is too short to try to please everybody, and honestly, just do what you can. Do what you can. So, my husband is going to cut the short ribs for us. I just usually give him this job with the meat. He's just really good with making sure we get all the meat off properly. There's a lot of fat on these ribs, so there's not too much meat, like I said before, but we got to use it up. We got another half cow coming here soon. And behind him in those buckets are all of our compost from the day before and today. So we try to get it out every single day, but it doesn't always work. So sometimes it's a couple days old. So it's just packed up back there. So don't mind that. But Andrew is now also singing with our daughter and just and entertaining her while he cuts up the meat while I'm working on the risotto. So when he is home, he is my helper in the kitchen, and I love it. I We have cooked together since we started dating. It was like our one of our dates during the week. We would always cook together, and I do miss it when he's gone. But yeah, such a good man. Yeah, so we're going to be having beef, like I said. We're going to be having risotto. He's so funny. And then I'm going to make a little side salad to go with it that I'll show you here in a little bit. But the risotto will take about, I would say, 45 minutes to an hour to make. So, because you're just constantly stirring, it's a slow process. You got to let the rice absorb the bone broth, and you can't put like you can only put like a scoop of bone broth in every so often. You can't oversaturate the rice, otherwise it won't cook down. So, like I said, get the recipe up here soon, and guys will enjoy it hopefully. But now I'm making my salad. I just got some mixed greens, goat cheese. I've been obsessed with goat cheese. I know that the stigma is you're not supposed to eat soft cheese as pregnant, but I do. Um, I do. So I haven't had a problem, thank God. But yeah, I love them. But yeah, I love them. And then I got some dried cherries, and my daughter loves dried fruit. So, of course, I'm going to give her some to snack on because she wants some. And then the dressing that I use is just half red wine vinegar, half olive oil. It makes like a little balsamic. But yeah, before we eat dinner though, while the risotto's finished cooking, I am going to hurry up and get these scones in the oven. They are ready to go. So I'm just rolling them out. And then I am going to be making like scone slices, I guess, like triangular pieces. You can make them any shape you want. There's no certain way. You can make them circles. Just make them about like an inch thick. You can make them a little thicker if you would like to. You might just have to bake them a little bit longer, but any shape you want. And I just put it on a pan with parchment paper and spread a little flour around so they don't stick too much. And then I put them in the oven at, I believe, 400 for 20 minutes. It's my recipe, but like if I don't write recipes down, I don't always remember them, especially if I don't make them often. Got our French baguettes up and ready to go. This is my einkorn bread baguette recipe, I guess, per se. So it is on my Instagram, but like I said, I really need to get some blog posts up with all these recipes for you guys. So I will definitely be working on that for all of you. Now I'm just going to assemble the plates. Like I said, we're having short ribs, risotto with a little bit of Parmesan on top, some salad, and then a slice of baguette, and we have dinner. This is pretty much what we eat in the fall, just warm, comforting foods. So this is the next day, and because I did not get to icing my sourdough scones, so I'm just gonna make some powdered sugar and milk up real quick, and then that's what we're gonna put over the scones as frosting. My daughter's gonna help me. Then that's our fall baking. That's what we do. Pretty simple fall. I guess 2 days, but technically 24 hours. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe below for more homemaking content. And remember to not get discouraged when creating. Just create, do what you love, and the rest will fall into place. You will learn as you go. People will learn to love you for you, because that's what it's all about. It's not about having the perfect video. It's just about being who you are. Have a great day, guys. See you later.